Hello YouTubers, doing something a little bit different today. Well, it's another Bible study really, did one before. Genesis chapter 19. Now, why do I keep picking on Genesis? I know it's an easy one to sort of have a go at, and you think, well, oh, come on, it can't be true, Genesis, it's full of inaccuracies and stupidities. But really, it's part of the Bible, and if you've got to believe, if you disprove Genesis, then really you're also disproving much of the rest of the Bible. Anyway, won't go on about that. It's going to be chapter 19, the famous one with Lot and Sodom and Gomorrah. And for you people that don't know the story, God decides that Sodom and Gomorrah, terrible place, going to kill everybody, wipe it off the face of the earth, get rid of them. And so he says, well, I'll send a couple of angels along first and go and see this guy Lot, because he's a nice bloke, he's not like the others. They're all terrible people. Anyway, he says, sends along these two angels, and they meet Lot, and he goes, oh, hello, come on into my house and have a bit of unleavened bread, and have a bit of dinner. So after a bit of persuading, they go in and have a bit of dinner, and people have seen them outside, and so, hello, he's got some new people around, there's some new people come to town, they look nice, I don't know if they're wings or not, they're angels, but it doesn't say that they got wings. In fact, I don't think it says that in the Bible at all. It's usually in the pictures. Anyway, doesn't matter. They obviously looked a bit nice because the guys of this place, Sodom, they come along and knock on his door and said, hey, we like those two blokes you've got in there. Can we, bring them out here and we will know them. We'd like to know them in the biblical sense, which a bit dodgy. Anyway, this nice guy, Lot, and he says, you can't do that, that's dreadful. This is a wicked and evil thing. He says, I've got two daughters that are virgins, why don't you have them instead? Anyway, they didn't want his daughters that were virgins, which I thought was a bit insulting to his daughters, really. But you've got to remember this is Sodom. I'm not sure where Gomorrah is. It does say Sodom and Gomorrah, but it goes on about Sodom a bit. Anyway, I digress. So, it doesn't matter anyway, because they don't have to have the daughters, because these angels, having a bit of God's power, made everybody blind into sort of like zombies from The Walking Dead, from those films, Dawn of the Dead, apparently they couldn't find the door. So brilliant, eh? Brilliant. Now, Lot obviously has got to get out of there. Get on his way, because God's coming along to do his fire and brimstone. So he looks around and gets together all he can. It seems actually later on that he did actually gather quite a lot of wine. Probably not the etchings of his family or anything like that, but wine. We'll come to that later. Anyway, so obviously off he goes. First of all, he goes to his son-in-law's and says, come on, you come in. They laugh at him. Oh, no, it's not going to happen. So he runs off with his wife and that. And these angels said, look, clear off, get out of here, but don't look back. And obviously, for this terrible crime, his two daughters and his wife go with him. And his wife, it's women, isn't it, in the Bible? Tell you. Anyway, his wife looks back. Oh, what a crime that was. She obviously turned into a pillar of salt instantly. Anyway, fire and brimstone rains down, Sodom and Gomorrah, they're gone. But Lot, he's all right, he's got saved. Good old Lot. And his two daughters are with him, the two ugly ones, obviously, the virgins. And he has to go and live in a cave. Now, he's living in this cave and there's no men about. And these lovely daughters of his, the ugly ones probably, they said, well, we haven't got any men. There's no men about, but there's Dad, he's a bit old, but we got some wine. Remember the wine from earlier? We got the wine. And let's get him drunk on his wine, and then we can jump on him and have a bit of a jiggery-pokery about, and obviously, their fault, obviously. He can give us a bit of a baby. Really, the first daughter does it one night, and then the second night, then it's a bit of incest, really. Oh, horrible. Yes. So now we get into the interesting bit and an experiment on the Bible. So bear with me a second, and I'm going to show you something. Here we are, yes. Now, I thought I would do a little bit of an experiment. Now, the thing is, how drunk do you have to be before can you still do it? If you're that drunk, had sort of, how many bottles of wine does it need? And when you've had that many bottles of wine, what will happen? I've got a feeling nothing. Now, you might notice next to me here now, I've brought in someone else. This is Candy. Yeah, now Candy she's young enough to be my daughter. Obviously I'm not that old, but she's young, yeah, lovely. And she's agreed to help me in this little experiment. Now, what we're going to do, I'm going to get drunk, see as drunk as I can get, and Candy then is going to see that if it's possible to raise any interest. I know it's a daring experiment, but one I feel needs doing. And luckily, Candy feels the same. I'd like to stress she's not a prostitute or anything like that. This is not that sort of experience, it's not that sort of thing. Besides which, Candy, she doesn't charge. She'll do it for nothing. So what we can do is start with a bit of wine.
Okay. Okay. Can't wait. Hammer, that's not enough. Not enough yet. Not enough. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know. Love these. Love them. Lovely. Can't wait. She's not my daughter. She's not my daughter. She's not my daughter. She's nothing to do with me, actually. She's I'm not like Lot, dirty bastard. Dirty bastard. Maybe, but it was his daughter's forced wine on him. Forced it. Sweet Kevin. Bloody sweet. Anyway. That's an empty. Empty? Empty? Empty. It's bloody empty. More wine. Nearly empty. Oh. Feels dreadful. Now, you might think that looked like fun, but it doesn't feel like fun now. It was an interesting experiment. You've got to bear in mind that Locke did this 2 nights running. He must have had a lot of wine. Anyway, Candy. Oh, don't talk so loud. Candy. Oh, hello. How did I do? Doesn't say a lot, does she? Didn't have to. Oh, there you go. That was rubbish. And I think I don't want to do the experiment again tonight, so I think we'll call that quits. I don't think it's possible. Anyway, peace.